Alright guys, here we're going to talk about Season 3, Episode 34 of The Twilight Zone. This is an episode that goes in a direction.
I did not like this episode.
No.
I'll be upfront with you. Okay, good. I was afraid that we were going to have like a fight, and you were going to be like, oh no, it's good for some reason. And I'd be like, what is wrong with you? Throw this on the pile, the stinking pile of like shit that like an ever-growing pile of Twilight Zone episodes are getting built up on or whatever.
There's many directions this episode could have gone that would have been better. And saved it, and I think could have even been a good episode.
Exactly.
So, like, there's many. Like, it could have been that, like, oh, slowly the wife turns into the mother. It could have been that the mother's just haunting the place, and like, you know, it only becomes apparent to the wife, and the husband doesn't realize because he's in this weird state of whatever.
Yeah, it seems like he's being seduced by the mama's boy tendency or whatever.
The husband could have been trying to turn the wife into the mother. Like, there could have been a lot of things, but having him turn into a child again and her just be in the like what
and then like, be like oh no and leave. So like let me just say right, so from like a like pretentious bullshit standpoint, I love the tension between like the new wife and like the the mom, or even like the shadow of like the mom of the husband or whatever. That's a great like thing to explore, and they kind of do some of that here. But yeah, they don't actually, like in like a movie that everyone would think would be boring, you could do some awesome character stuff. She like waited for her to die so that you could finally marry him, right? And this was their last thing where they were going to sell the old house, go on their honeymoon, and like come back and start fresh. But this force is like pulling him back in, and it's this awesome thing or whatever. But no, it ends up being some stupid thing where he turns into the little boy, and then the mom is there. The mom, who's not an actress, she doesn't act. She has one line. It's horrible. And then like go back and watch.
Didn't even look like the picture of her. She looked like a different person.
Go back and watch the scene where like the young boy is like, can we go to the park and get ice cream? And then like
two ice creams.
Like look at the mom as she's holding his hands and like nodding all weird. She looks like some sort of weird robot alien person.
She's dead.
She's barely a person.
She's
not an actress. It's such like a waste of like what could be some. You had to have like a thing there for something, right? Because he has
the moment that the wife audibly says like, "You'll never get your hooks in him again. He's mine now. Shut up, bitch," and like turns off the radio or something. Yeah. I was like, all right, well you're asking for it because you're like.
Now you're poking at the bear. What are you doing?
What are you doing? But then when he sees the little like his kid's version pants or whatever, he's like, I don't know why mother saved these, and she says because she wants you to be in them. She wants you to be the same size. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, and then that to literally happen. I'm like, that's not even foreshadowing. That's just lazy.
No, I know, right? So like. It's awesome to have it. So, like, in, like, the weird horror movie, 80s weird, like, skit short film, vignette version of this, and in, like, the Tales from the Crypt version of this, right? He's just his adult self, acting like a kid.
Yes.
And it's super creepy and weird. And then, like,
maybe
the mom
even
is there.
In those pants, all not fitting.
Or some
you can't even button them, like.
And has weird, like, old stuff on, and, like, is all demented, and she's like, you're scaring me, stop it. He's like, no, let's play, come on. It's this, like, crazy thing. But no, yeah, they just, like, substitute. So then.
Propeller hat.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. But, like, at the end, Rod Serling says, like, and he's staked a claim, not just in a place, but in a time, which is only possible in the Twilight Zone, or whatever. As if that's, like, I don't know, if the house or her or something, I don't know.
I didn't notice because the setup wasn't there enough, but, like, it seemed like, was the house turning back to different things?
Yes,
like, she went to the kitchen and she, like, freaked out. I'm like, I don't remember seeing the kitchen enough before to notice the difference here.
So, it was that was a, like, very old school kitchen.
Oh, no, I know it was old, yes. but like, a lot of the stuff in the house is like 30 years old.
Right.
In the 60s, so I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, stuff's like changing back into the whole thing, right? And I don't want to get hung up on the mechanics of any of these things. I'm willing to just go with the paranormal, but I don't understand. Was it the husband doing it, or like the ghost, or like the house, or like what was happening exactly? What was the whole point of like the thing? What am I to take away from this?
I walk away with less than I came in with.
Right? That you have to move on, or else you'll be drawn back into the thing. But is that your fault? Is it her fault? Like
you have to let go of the past, or you'll have forever youth or something. That's the moral.
Or you'll live forever trapped in like your ideal scenario. Like maybe we're supposed to identify with the wife. I'm saying, right?
Sure.
So maybe you should like.
But she wanted to move on, so that doesn't work either.
So what's the lesson there? Don't try to help people that are like hopelessly attached to their like past that you can't go back to. But maybe you can, but only if something weird happens in the Twilight Zone.
I don't know. I
I
love that guy, the realtor, when he comes in,
Yeah.
and like when they say they're not going to sell, he's like, "Whoa!" Like his
Well,
face, he looked so
I
pissed off.
never. Yeah. Yeah, you get the sense of he's been like jerked around and all that stuff for this
Did
weird.
the phone move when like because
It
she
turned
freaked
into
out?
a different phone.
Oh, was that what it
Yes.
was? Okay.
Okay.
Because she was looking at it like,
Right.
what the fuck? And I was like, all right. There was like a little circle to the right of it. I'm like, was it in that circle a minute ago? I did not notice the phone
So
change.
the phone was a like type of type of phone, and then it turns back into the like take the thing off the thing. Hello, like two piece like old school phone. There you go with acting. No, like yes, and like that would be creepy. I don't know though. Again, in like a feature length thing here, you could do something where characters are like, "What are you talking about?" But then other, right? And then the husband's like, "It's always been that way, honey. What do you mean?" And like have a weird like, "Oh no" thing. No, yeah, I don't. There's nothing here for me. It lacks both the like old-timey acting, the mindfuck ending, or the like moral like we can all learn from this fable about the time that the guys went to the moon and there were big people and little people. Like, no, this is just like.
And I'm sure this is someone's favorite Twilight Zone episode, but
can't
I think
be.
it's garbage.
It can't be, Stefan.
Somebody commented very recently on a video that I thought was one of the worst ever, the Santa Claus one, where it's like, what? The bum was Santa Claus the whole time?
That's all right. Did we shit on that one?
We both shit on it repeatedly for about 40 minutes.
Oh.
and somebody commented, this is my favorite episode.
I feel like this one was worse than the Santa Claus one, though. No? I barely remember the Santa Claus
They're all
one.
bad.
Well,
they're not all bad, but like all the ones that we thumbs down on are generally like bad.
When you think
if
about
they're
the
not,
Twilight
if not
Zone,
really bad, we let them pass because Twilight Zone generally has some talented, good stuff happening.
When you think about the Twilight Zone, there's a handful of episodes that like everybody remembers. Then there's like a few more episodes that people that were more into them remember. Then there's apparently like 100 other episodes that everyone forgot that are best left forgotten, and this is one of those episodes.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say. Let us know in those comments below what you think about it. Don't die in a fire, and we'll see you next time.
Hello, internets. I just love watching JustDaggers. If you've enjoyed this video as much as I have, click that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.